they may not be in the content. They're pretty much like the videographer, for those that don't know.
Yeah, thank you. I think being at this company, it's like you say a lot of acronyms like out loud in public and non-work settings, and you're like using them like just casually, and then you gotta remember like the person does not know like what you're talking about, so you have to like clarify it.
Yeah, so for those that are
But
watching
yeah.
or listening, that's exactly what a sheditor is. It is also known as a shredditor as well. I don't know why it has two names, two of this like similar
heard that,
names.
yeah.
Like people can either say sheditor or shredditor, and it's literally just someone who shoots and edits. So yeah.
Yeah. And then the other creator was like a little bit of both, honestly. But sometimes like what we would like what strategy would have to do, or like sometimes we get ads that sometimes the creative would ask me to do is like, can you like find stuff that's happening like in culture, or, like in social media that could relate back to like me in terms of like my skill set. Like if there's like a funny format that people are using for like skits, that would be great for like creator A who's big into like skit format. And then if there's like a really cool format or anything that's going on in culture that's related to like creators B skill set of like edits and like, you know, all that trippy animations, maybe like stuff and types of stuff like that, that would apply to creator B or whatnot. So
Nice.
yeah, it's important to definitely like understand like what your creator is doing and what their specialty is, so that you guys are able to just have that like nice synergy right off the bat, and you guys could just maybe just like create really, really great content and uplift each other.
I love that. Also, you had mentioned something about cohorts. So could you break that down further? What is or are cohorts? How do you go about defining what a cohort is
Yeah.
and how it pertains to strategy and obviously the bigger goal?
Yeah, so cohorts are honestly just like detailed like target audiences, and like they're a huge part of our like strategy in general, because it helps the creative like team know like who they're creating like content for. Um, the differences between like just like a user persona or just like a general audience is that we get like more detailed. So like for example, like instead of like just saying like 18 to 30-year-old like millennials or just like any like generation, what cohorts does is like we just basically like dimensionalize, so like we go a little bit more deeper. So like it could be like millennials who are like moving to like New Jersey in order to like raise their family or to have a better, you know, better support system for their children, something along those lines. It was very specific, but that's the point of like those like cohorts, like it's to be like as specific as possible. And like we always say like at the company too as well, make sure that like the cohort name, like the name for this target audience is the same. It's like what you would put into like a Google search engine, like in terms of like what you're looking for a specific person, as detailed as possible, so that one, like essentially that for the creative team, I think it's like the most important. The creative team know like who they're making content for, and with that cohort in mind, it's just easier to like get like more creative ideas flowing for whatever like account or whatever like brand that you're working for.
Okay, nice. I like that. So that also makes me think now when let's say you just got the account at Vayner and you're having the first talks about all the social media stuff that could possibly be. How do you actually go about what cohorts you want to target? Is it you coming up with it or like strategy per se?
Yeah.
Or is it the client saying this is who we want to target?